Hi, I'm Mark Cunningham at Grace Property Management. We've worked with real estate investors for over 4 decades now, helping them find, locate, do their due diligence, buy rental properties, manage those properties, sell those properties. And I'm an investor myself. I own a number of rental properties. And let me share with you real briefly 4 things that you want to avoid when investing in rental properties. So number 1 is 1-bedrooms. Now 1-bedrooms typically means a condo or a townhome. Most single family properties don't have 1-bedroom. Now, if you are just starting off, maybe all you can afford is a condo. The first number of rental properties I bought were 1-bedroom condos because that was all I could afford, and I'm glad I did. But over time, I sold those properties and moved into single families. Why? Because 1-bedrooms, number 1, are harder to rent because there just isn't as much demand. And number 2, there's more turnover because the person renting a 1-bedroom is typically one person, and when someone else moves in or they get a family, then they need more than 1 bedroom. So more turnover, less demand. We recommend staying away from a long-term basis 1-bedroom condos, townhomes. Now, just like we don't want the 1-bedroom, we also don't want 6 bedrooms. Why? Because they're harder to rent. And if you own a 6-bedroom house, who are you going to attract? Well, big families with lots of people in them, and they're harder to rent. Ideally, you want the 3 to 4 bedroom property. There's just the most demand in those. But large properties, too much square footage, you're going to have potential high turnover costs because of that. So we recommend staying away from the ones and staying away from too many bedrooms as well. Number 3 would be high maintenance landscape. Look at the outside of a home. And sometimes we as real estate investors forget to do this. I have a single family property that I own. The tenant moved out and she'd been a great tenant, had been there for almost 10 years. But she had somewhat neglected the landscape on the outside of the property. Not terribly so, but I ended up having to pay a lot of money to have things replenished and brought back to a high quality condition on the landscape. Now ideally, you want xeriscape. Things that you don't have to put money into, nothing that grows, at least minimal growth on that. That's hard to do in Colorado. But if you have a property that you're going to rent out and it has high maintenance landscape or really expensive landscaping, be prepared, because that's not ideally what you want to have in your rental property. You want things that are easy to maintain, that don't take a lot of time, effort, energy, or money to do that. Number 4 are unique design or colors in your property. Now this can potentially be changed, certainly colors can. But if you own your property and you're going to be renting it out, then the colors you chose for your mauve bathroom may not be the most popular thing with tenants. So you want to get that back to a very neutral color as it relates to that. But if you're purchasing a rental property, stay away from things that are unique. Put that word in air quotes, yes. But if you think, if you walk in and say, gosh, this is odd, this is unique, this is strange, probably not going to be a good rental demand. Why? Because people don't want to live in odd, unique, strange places. They want normal. So we want to keep the properties as more straightforward and as standardized as possible. So what that means, so what you do want, if those are the things we want to avoid, what do we want? We want to play the odds. That means you want to be aware of what do the majority of renters want in a property. And from a pure percentage standpoint, the majority of renters are looking for a 3-bed, 2-bath, 2-car garage with a basement, fenced backyard, single family home. That's it. In a decent area, schools are a plus if you can get a good school area. That's what the majority of tenants are looking for. And you want to attract long-term quality residents in your property. Therefore, that's what you want. Now, sometimes that's not always the case. I get that. It's not ideal. But as you grow your real estate portfolio, as you purchase rental property, find properties that will attract the highest percentage of quality tenants. It's going to help you rent your property faster. It's going to keep it occupied for a longer period of time, help your residents, and help you. If you've got questions, if you're looking at a potential rental property, we're happy to do a free rental analysis for you, let you know how much it could rent for you, and just give you our opinion as to whether or not that's a good long-term investment for you. We're here to help in any way we can.